This video lecture explains about checkpointing and rollback recovery. On the completion of this video, the students will be able to identify the checkpoint types and how to identify the consistent and inconsistent states, and also the techniques to avoid the domino effect, and also understand the types of messages. So checkpointing and rollback recovery. So first we see about what is meant by checkpoint. The saved state is called as checkpoint. A checkpoint can be saved on either stable storage or a volatile storage. So the procedure of restarting from a previously checked point state is called as rollback recovery. So to restore the system back to a consistent state after a failure, we are using rollback recovery protocols. So what is meant by rollback propagation? So the dependencies among messages may force some of the processes that did not fail to roll back. This phenomenon of cascaded rollback is called the domino effect. So what is meant by uncoordinated checkpointing? That means if each process takes its checkpoint independently, then the system cannot avoid the domino effect. This is called as independent or uncoordinated checkpointing. Next, so we see about the techniques to avoid the domino effect. There are three techniques to avoid the domino effect. One is coordinated checkpointing rollback recovery, and another one is communication induced checkpointing rollback recovery. The last one is log based rollback recovery. First one is coordinated checkpointing rollback recovery. That means processors coordinate their checkpoints to form a system wide consistent state. Next one is communication induced checkpointing rollback recovery. That means which forces each processors to take the checkpoints based on information on the application. And the last one, log based rollback recovery. That means which combines the checkpointing with logging of non-deterministic events released on piecewise deterministic assumptions. Next, see about the system model. Normally, a distributed system consists of fixed number of processors. That means which are indicated as P1, P2. See this example, we have three processors which are named as P1, P2, P3. So the processors cooperate to execute a distributed application and interact with the outside world by receiving and sending input and output messages. Rollback recovery protocols generally make assumptions about the reliability of the inter-process communication. Some protocols assumes that the communication uses the FIFO order. That means while other protocols assumes that the communication subsystem can be loss, duplicate or reorder messages. Next, see about the concept of local checkpoint. What is meant by local checkpoint? A local checkpoint is a snapshot of the state of a process at a given time, given particular time. So all processes save their local states at a certain instance of time. We have some assumptions here. The assumptions are a process stores all local checkpoints on the stable storage. And another one assumption is a process is able to roll back to any of its existing local checkpoints. Here Ci, K means the kth local checkpoint at process Pi, and Ci, 0 indicates a process Pi takes a checkpoint Ci, 0 before it starts execution. Next, see about consistent state. So before going to see the consistent state, what is meant by global state? Global state means it is a collection of the individual states of all participating processes and the states of the communication channel. So next, consistent global state means a global state that may occur during the failure-free execution of the distribution of distributed computation. So if a processor's states reflects the message received, then state of the corresponding sender must reflect the sending of the message. Global checkpoint means it's a set of local checkpoints, one from each process. Consistent global checkpoint means no message is sent by a process after taking its local point that is received by another process before taking its checkpoint. Consider the example for global state. Figure shows the consistent state as well as inconsistent state. The state in figure A is a consistent and state in figure B is inconsistent. Note that the consistent state in figure A shows message M1 to have been sent but not yet received, but that is alright. The state in figure A is consistent because it represents a situation in which every message that has been received, there is a corresponding sent event. In the state in figure B is inconsistent because process P2 is shown to have received M2, but the state of process P1 does not reflect having sent it. Such a state is impossible in any failure-free correct computation. Inconsistent states occur because of failures. Next, we see about the outside world process. What is meant by outside world process? It is normally a distributed system often interacts with the outside world to receive input data or deliver the outcome of a computation. If a failure occurs, the outside world cannot be expected to roll back. So that's why we are using a special process that is called as outside world process. So the outside world process is a special process that interacts with the rest of the system through message passing. It is therefore necessary that the outside world see a consistent behavior of the system failures. Thus, before sending output to the outside world process, the system must ensure that the state from which the output is sent will be recovered despite any future failure. So one common approach is used here. That approach is to save each message on the stable storage before allowing the application program to process it. Next, we see about the different types of messages. We have 5 types of messages: in transit message, last message, delayed message, orphan message and duplicate messages. So first one is in transmit message. So we can understand these messages by using one example. This is the example for the types of messages. Here the global states C18, C29, C38 and C48 shows that message M1 has been sent but not yet received. So we call it as that message is an in-transit message. Message M2 is also an in-transit message. So M1 and M2 is in-transit messages. Next one is last message. Messages whose send is done but receive is undone due to rollback are called as last messages. So this type of messages occurs when the process roll back to a checkpoint prior to reception of message, while the sender does not roll back beyond the send operation of the message. In this figure, message M1 is a last message. Third type is delayed message. Delayed message means messages whose receive is not recorded because the receiving process was either down or the message arrived after the rollback of the receiving process. In this example, messages M2 and M5 are delayed messages. Next message is duplicated messages. That is, duplicate messages arise due to message logging and replaying during process recovery. For example, in this message M4 was sent and received before the rollback. The possible questions from this topic is define checkpoint and what is domino effect and techniques to avoid the domino effect, and what is the difference between local checkpoint and global checkpoint, and what are the different types of messages. Thank you.